Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, rumours, noise, murmurings, incomings, outgoings, PSR vibes. You are here for Aston Villa's transfer news. If you are new around here, we are literally this close to 25,000 subscribers. So do your bit now. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Get on this transfer journey across the summer with us. Turn the notification bell on that when a rumour drops, you know it's dropped. Smash the likes and comment your thoughts. Right, you've all heard of Anton Deck, right? You've all heard of Laurel and Hardy. Well, Aston Villa could be going into next season with Geny Katamo is linked with a move to Aston Villa from Sporting. Now, this is big news because we're hearing that Leon Bailey looks set to join Saudi Arabia, and Katamo looks likely that he could be joining Aston Villa. We've made front pages of Ebola, and we've also got a massive article on Katamo to Aston Villa. So let's get straight into it then. Let's find out everything that we need to know about Geny Katamo on Aston Villa's shopping list. Lions ask for 30 million to free the player. The process of acquiring the rest of Amora Pass should take place this summer. Renovation also on the table. Now, just interesting to note that there is two parties that own Katamo as well. So it's important that they speak about that as well. So we'll get a bit of the backstory of what's been going on, etc. So the 24-25 season of Geny Katamo in the service of Sporting was even better in statistical terms than that of 23-24 because he was in more games and scored more goals, 48/7, 41+/6, but did not have as much of a media impact as the previous one, in which he pointed out to an encore against Benfica in the 2-1 victory at the passage of the 28th day that opened the doors to the Lion towards the 20th national title of its history. Is translated, so if some of it doesn't kind of merge, that is why. However, the unquestionable talent of the Mozambican continues to be monitored by important emblems of European football, and Ebola knows the English of Aston Villa have left hand on the shopping list for the next season. So again, left-hand side, we know that that is an area that I've personally highlighted as an option where I feel like we could look to recruit a player as well. So that merges with that idea as well. And that's what Transfer Hub's about, finding players that look like they could be likely destinations to Villa, but can they actually fit into this Aston Villa system? However, for now, the intentions of the Villains, a team that has been asserting itself in recent years, guaranteeing 6th place in the Premier League, having been eliminated in the quarters of the Champions by PSG in the quarterfinals, runs into the price requested by Sporting to free the player of 30 million. The footballer's termination clause in the contract, valid from Sporting until 2028, is 60 million euros. The Lions can even lower the numbers, but will never sell the player's pass at a sale price, very far from it. And in the process, we must take into account the issue of the player's pass, because Sporting only holds 25%, with the very flat slice of 75% being in possession of Amora, a club that yesterday guaranteed a return to League 3 after beating Fatima. However, the negotiations should be concluded this summer, because recently assumed by the president of the SAD of Amora, João Maria Gallego, in an interview with Ebola, the process was resumed from the moment Bernardo Palermo took over from Sporting direction of the Lions, replacing Hugo. Blind me, all these names. Hugo Viana. I think I'm nailing them though, guys. Who, remember, headed the Manchester City. It must also be taken into account that of the 75% of Geny's passed by Amora, 85% are from the Black Bulls Association, a Mozambican club in which the player completes the training process after having emerged in a popular Max Queen. Right, I think that's all we need to know. A lot of names in there. Right, shall we get straight into it? We are going to FBref first, not SofaScore. We're going to paint the picture first because we need to look at some numbers. Then I'll tell you what he's like. Then we'll go to SofaScore. Feast your eyes upon this green graph. This is Geny Katamo. Non-penalty goals, 0.24, 99 percentile. Non-penalty XG, 99 percentile. Total shots per 90, 2.92, 99 percentile. Shot creating actions per 90, 3.63. We have progressive passes, 4.90. Progressive carries, 5.09 per 90. Successful take-ons, 1.46, top 95 percentile. Touches, attacking penalty area, 6.12, 99 percentile. This is huge. Progressive passes received, 11.30, 99 percentile. Tackles, 1.37, fairly low. But he actually does put himself about on the pitch as well. So those numbers there are absolutely huge. That input with the ball is absolutely without the ball, receiving the ball. What type of a player is he? He's a speedster. He's quick, direct, and aggressive. Think Jeremy Doku. Gets the ball, wants to drive. First thing he wants to do is drive. Open space, drive. Now, some of his things that happens against him, he gets doubled up a lot. So some of his successful dribbles sometimes aren't that successful, but that's because he's being dribbled. Give him 1v1, smell you later. He's gone. He's out of there. He's pasture. And his output is good. His finishing's good. He's tidy. But he's very direct. He likes to get balls into the box. He can whip that ball in. He can play balls on the ground. He can do those cutbacks. And he would be somebody that what I actually like about him is that I know that he can be nurtured and coached. Under Unai Emery, Emery could unlock him even further. He could unlock his output a little bit more. The right areas where he needs to operate on the pitch. But we also know that if he plays on the right, you're staying high and wide, mate. You are staying high and wide, and you are just literally having your ideal scenario. But he can play on that left-hand side as well. So he's a player that really, really excites me. He's played Champions League. He's played Europa League. And he's been feeding Gyökeres as well. So this player is really exciting. And the fee is literally the same fee that we're going to be selling Leon Bailey for. Now, it annoys me when I see that Villa have now become a selling club. We haven't. We're selling because we have to. And we're not selling and pocketing all the cash and not spending it. We are actively going to spend money still. So if we sell Bailey for 25, we could sign Katamo for 30. Because what happens is all we need is the money to come in. So the lump sum of 25, 30 for Bailey comes in. That gets put into the kitty of PSR that's spread across the whole of PSR straight away. You sign Katamo for 25, 30 on a 5-year deal. Spread that across the course of his contract. Yeah, that's how it works. So we will actively spend. We will actively replace. So, yeah, Katamo, I'm really liking him. And I think this would be a brilliant signing for Villa. Right, let me just get my SofaScore up now. So here we go. Geny Katamo, 24 years of age, left-footed. We know Unai loves a left-footed player. Can play right wing, left wing. And his fee market value is at 16, but I think he does have a release clause. So last season, SofaScore 7.10. Boom. Let's have some of that. And then here we can see heat map predominantly on the right. Look at the area that he's getting into. Going into that 18-yard box. We're not stopping at the 18-yard box. We're driving into it. And you can see the heat map just keeps getting red and red and red the further we go in the box. So he played 30 games, started 20, scored 5 goals, and he got 2 assists. Passing accuracy at 83%, own half 90, opposition 74%. We've got those ball recoveries that are really high. Successful dribbles 41%, total duels 150, ground duels 52, and aerials 24. Aerials aren't his strongest point. We can see here that he has played for Mozambique national side, 28 games played, and he's got 10 goals as well. So that's very good, very, very decent numbers there from him. So, Villa fans, let me know what you think of Geny Katamo. I am excited by this one, and I feel like you guys should be as well. Other news, Emi Martinez has spoken. And I think it's good news. I think it is good news. So he's away on international duty. So this is what he said. I think it's good news. He has said, my future, I don't know. I come here to play for the national team, and let me get it up for you. I come here to play for the national team, and that's the only thing that matters to me right now. Do I want to move to a new club? The transfer window just opened, so there's still a long way to go. So he hasn't come out and said he's leaving. And I get a vibe he doesn't know. And that's quite good, I think. Because how I'm reading this, how I'm reading it, me personally, if he doesn't know, I want to believe that if Villa can get stuff done and someone sold, he won't have to go. So if it is Bailey, then he might not have to go. So that's where I'm thinking. So he doesn't really know. He hasn't said he's got to go. He hasn't said it looks likely. So that's good in itself. So let's just cling on to everything that we can, really. And let's just hope that my way of thinking is the correct way of thinking. So just before I go, let me just have a look, see if there's anything else that has hit before I go. Again, yesterday we did 2. So today we could do 2, we could do 1, we could do however many we need. So, but this one's exciting. And it's, again, in a position that we look like we need to actively strengthen. Left, right, versatile. And we like those versatile players. So this is the beauty of Transfer Hub, that we've had a rumour of Bailey going. And now we've got one of a winger that's playing in the exact same position as Bailey. So you read 2 and 2 together and merge it. We look like we're actively looking to replace Bailey as well. So your job today and tomorrow, I'm setting you guys a deadline here. I want 25k by Thursday. Thursday's the day that we hit 25,000 subscribers, right? So if you've got this far and you're new, then make sure you are subscribing to the channel, hit the likes, comment your thoughts, get involved. Up the Villa.